Going live, guys. Going live. What's going on this Thursday afternoon? What's going on in your neck of the woods? I guess you're having a nice afternoon. Beautiful evening. Sun is shining. Has been a very beautiful day. I do enjoy the day, but I was so super busy having to get so many things done. And I promised to come on earlier. I'd said 11. But guys, it was a rough time. And I say, let me try now and come on right now because I need to come back on later. If it's evil, no matter how late. But guys, I won't go. I don't like to come on after 8 o'clock. 8:30 is a good time. But when I come on like after 9, most persons are, well, they are flagged out and I have different age group watching me. So I have to take into consideration their time where they have to get into bed, wherever they are in their different location, because they have to be up early for school, different age groups, and the older folks have to go to work, so they need their rest. So I try to do even 2 live, right? Even 2 live. I try to do even 2. And then when I make a promise, I must keep the promise, right? So welcome to the live, guys. Welcome. I see I have company. Feel free when you come. When you come on and you just thumbs up, give the live algorithm so that it can be, on its way. So that we are getting ready. Ready. Today is a beautiful day. Today is Thursday. And I'm looking at a very relaxing topic, nicknames. I don't know how many persons would have had nicknames where you're given for some reason, right? It's not your real name. It's not any name that can go on any paper that is legal, but it's a name that you're commonly called. And sometimes these names helps persons to know who to look for, because oftentimes we don't know. Hi, reluctant Gomer. Hey, Auntie. Hey, reluctant. I've not seen you in a while. Where have you been? How are you doing? Okay, I love you too. How was your day? Have you been having a good day? How was your day going? Okay, I have to look. Dalera from Russia. I don't believe this. No, you guys are telling me something that I don't think I believe you. I've never had anyone that far. Okay. I can hardly say. Okay. Happy to have you guys. You watch me all the time. That's good. That's good. You must give me my thumbs up. That's good. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I hope you guys were having a good day. And whatever you're doing, enjoy and you enjoy doing it, do it the best way you can. And the day next when people are happy. And I know there are times when persons are sad, but don't let the sadness overcome the brightness. Whatever it is, just yeah, man. And remember, guys, those who have not yet subscribe to the channel, man. And some of you have come before. I don't want to say it wrong. Everyone likes Auntie's stream, please. Yeah, that's beautiful. Please like up the live and let it be interesting. Thank you so much, Reluctant Goomer. I've not had you around in a while. I guess you were busy. So you give me some time this afternoon. I'm happy. Okay. Okay. Happy to have you, Clive. Welcome to the live. What is this Clive is saying? What? I'm talking about nicknames. Do you give people names that they are not deserve? If you're in an institution, I can't say it. I don't want to say it wrongly. So I'm trying to say it, but I'm going to say it wrongly. Thank you for the hearts, guys. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna say it wrongly. I'm gonna say it wrongly, and I don't want to say it wrongly. Thank you for the hearts, guys. Names, nicknames are names that are given to persons. Some of them are pleasant. I'm not talking those that will make you angry. So if somebody likes to eat a lot, the person likes to eat a lot. Every time you see the person eating, they have a lot of food. They are going to put a name to that person. That the person has a big belly. It's a big belly Tom, big belly, or eat a lot John, something like that. And if somebody likes to drink a lot of water, they say, yeah, there comes the water girl, there comes the water boy. Because you are always doing something that people, I'm talking those nicknames that people like. I'm not talking those nicknames that will get people upset. Not those nicknames, right? So thank you for the thank you, thank you. So, I was looking and I said, on a Thursday afternoon, it should be fun talking about some, we may not spend the entire time, but as long as we can spend talking about some names, some nicknames that people do get. I remember sometimes when persons would go to a fruit tree and they like to eat, you always see them eating. You guys, do you know that nicknames are often given as a result of what you do, how you walk, how you talk, things you eat? If you like to eat a lot of ripe bananas, they're going to give you a little nickname. What's that nickname going to be? Can somebody tell me? Somebody who likes to eat a lot, always eating ripe bananas. They're going to call them what? Monkey. I call them banana. Banana, because you like to eat a banana. And some ladies like to eat a lot of apples, always having an apple in their bag. You see, there comes apple. Apple is coming. Or if it's mango, whatever the fruit is, they try to put a name for that, right? If they like to eat sugar cane, I think most of them know sugar cane, they will call him sugar. Where's sugar? Likes to eat, person likes to eat cane, or they may just call him cane. Cane, are you there? So, it can be interesting, it can be fun, it can be fun, but some people tease. I'm not talking those that they tease. Because when you tease a person you give them some negative nicknames, they are going to get angry. They're going to get angry. Like I remember, there was this boy who went to see his grandparents, and they asked him. Nobody's. They asked him to put some sticks to catch up the fire, and he went and he put the sticks together, and he lit it and get it going. But somehow the fire was weak, so they tell him to blow. So when he starts, they tell him to put it to say blow. So because they didn't have anything to fan the fire, Guess what the boy did? The boy said, pop pop, like when you're tooting the horn of a vehicle. So the grandparents said, blow out the fire, let it can blaze up, so the pot can start to cook. And he was there saying, pop pop, pop pop, pop pop. That's what he's blowing. He didn't understand. So every time now, when he goes to look for his grandparents, you know what the grandparents say? Pop Pop, are you here, Pop Pop? Pop Pop, is that you? They call him Pop Pop. But he wasn't upset. He would only laugh. Because he remember the days when they tell him to go and catch a fire. He was then saying, Pop Pop, Pop Pop, when he was supposed to go blow so the fire could catch up. So, some nicknames are really interesting. It makes you laugh. I'm not saying anybody should call them a nickname, but I'm just talking about those little nicknames, right? And you have some people now, especially ladies. But here the culture is different. So you couldn't come to America and call a person fat. You cannot say that. That's an insult. That's an embarrassment. But in other cultures, the person is already fat. They call the person fatty. And if you're an adult, they say Miss Fatty. And if you're a man, they say Mr. Fatty. Right? But you cannot come into other people's culture and use it. So you see the culture difference is there. You cannot use it because you are going to be insulting and embarrassing the individual. Right? And there's another, I can think of so many. A person who is tall. A person who is tall and has long legs, who is probably going to be very good at playing basketball or those things, you know what they will call that person, that nickname, Longfoot. Come here to me, Longfoot. You're not upset. Okay, you know, you're tall and you're walking gracefully with those long legs. Longfoot, come here, Longfoot. And whatever, you know, those people laugh. And if you are very slim, very, very slim, they say what? They call you Magafoot. And you know, there are times those days when persons are very slim. They don't hide their legs, whether it be male or female. They wear their short skirt. Because I remember the days when short clothes was wearing, and short pants, and short shorts. So even when the legs are long and they are slim, and they say they have maga leg or maga foot, they never hide them. They only laugh because nicknames in those times were made to make you laugh. And people give names to their animals too. They have a dog or a cat or any animal, cow, a pig, they give them little names. But I'm really referring to the names that are given to persons, nicknames, teasing them, right? And, you know, it makes people laugh, right? But the ones that I always look at was fatty, longfoot, magafoot. And if your head big, they call you big head. Some of the names, but you see, once you accept it, it sticks. It sticks. And when people accept it, they only laugh. They laugh at it because they're not upset. But it's not everybody can take a joke. And sometimes, you know, these nicknames stays with you forever. And then because of the nicknames now, what happened is persons would not readily know your real or proper name, your legal name. Person, when somebody go in the community and ask, do you know Mr. John Green? Nobody knows John Green. You have to say other if he's a Longfoot, they call him Longfoot. Then somebody may readily know who you're talking. So nicknames sometimes are helpful in identifying somebody. Right? It's helpful. So it's a way of persons appreciating. But you have to be from that culture to appreciate it. If you're from outside the culture, you're not going to appreciate it. You're not going to. So what in the Caribbean, nicknames are accepted. It's acceptable. Nobody gets, but if you give somebody a nickname that is very degrading, from day one, they're going to reject it. And when they reject it, you don't carry it on anymore. It doesn't go anywhere. But when they accept it, it becomes fun. So wherever you see them and they're an adult, all they do is put on the Mr. Mr. Longfoot, Miss Longfoot, Miss Fatty, Mr. Fatty. You know, you put on, they give them their title, and they respond to you. Right? They respond to you. It's there in the description. You're reluctant. What happened? You're not saying anything with regards to what we're talking about. Yet you want to know what country I'm in. It's in the thing. I'm in the United States. What is it? You must say something, man. I want when people interact, man, and we share. So when others go back and look at the live, they can see that we really were, sharing. I don't want it to appear as if I'm dictating. I'm trying to widen my knowledge as well to hear from you guys. Right? I could be in Israel. I could be in England. I could be way over in the Middle East. The fact is, you're hearing and we are communicating, right? And we're talking about nicknames, right? Reluctant Guyana. Tell me some. Do you know persons who have nicknames? You can share them, you can put it, man, make it all so that persons who don't understand. All right. Hi, Tahita Watson. Always wanting. Tahita, I think I've seen you on my live before. Did you subscribe? Thank you for watching. I hope you had subscribed. I like you guys when you subscribe, man, so you get the notification. You get when I'm going to come on, right? I want to be on this afternoon, and I'm coming back tonight. I was doing some videos earlier, and I have some more videos to do. So I'm trying, because the weekend is down, and I want to put out as much. Yeah, because I remember the name Taya. Tatia. How are you? Did you have an enjoyable day today? And you see again with nicknames, if the person, thank you, Gomer, thank you, Gomer, thank you, Gomer, up, 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 Gomer. Um, you know what I just remember as well? You see, if you are the other, so much of them came to me that long foot, maga foot, big head. Yeah, you know, gamer. Okay, reluctant gamer. You know, some people have, I don't know, I'm not being disrespectful, I'm just trying to tell you. Some people mouth have some long mouth. I don't see much long mouth people around the place again, you know. They have their mouth puff out, right? You know what they would normally give them a nickname. Sometimes people just look at you and give you a nickname. Then they call your mouth. Or they say long mouth. But people, as I say, any nickname that is given and it is accepted by the person, that is fine. Motivation now. Thank you. It's accepted. But if the person does not accept it, drop it. Don't go any further. But as I say, it's a Caribbean thing to use nicknames, right? Yeah, not very many persons has nicknames. Not everybody, because but you know, if you know someone, you hear they say John Brown, aka Johnny, right? So it can be a shortened form of your name. Maybe your name, um, you have your dad's name, and they give you a little nickname. Maybe they call you Junior. They call you Junior because you have your dad's name. So when they say John Brown Jr., they call him Junior. They know it's his son and not the father, right? There are so much things, man. And if you're somebody who is very, you know, busy, they call him Missy. Missy is busy, right? And you know, so much. It can be fun. As I say, it can be fun, but you know how you do it. And okay, there's another one. I don't know how much you guys remember. Somebody who likes, this is for the guys now. Somebody who likes to climb trees. What do you think they would call that person? Can somebody put it into the live tonight and tell me what would they call a person who likes to climb trees? You guys, especially males, you have some females could go on a tree. We call them what? Climber. You have a climber in the district. You have a climber on your road. You have a climber on your living on your street. It means that the person can climb. Maybe climb a tree, climb a pole, do something climbing up. So when you say, but you don't know, they call the person climber, so you know that he likes to climb. You know, some of the nicknames you can readily. And if you're a little person who likes to talk a lot, take over the show. Talk a lot, and you're short. You know what they will call you? Shorty. And if you're tall, they call you tall man, tall girl, tall lady, call her tall, Miss Tall. Right? And if you sell things, what do you think they would nickname they'll give you? Seller. They won't even say vendor. The seller lady is coming in, the seller lady is knocking at the door, the seller. And if you like to preach, but you're not a pastor, but you like to go around and preach, they're going to call you pastor, or they may call you Christian, right? They just put a name to make it interesting. You may look like a police, walk like a police, but you're not a police officer. They're going to say, officer, you're not a police, you know. Or you walk like a soldier, look like a soldier, but you're not a soldier, right? You see, you know something, you know. You come from the Caribbean, you know. Talis. I was trying to remember, not just Talis. You hit the nail on the head, Tatita. You hit the nail on the head. I said, it's not just Talis. Yeah, man, Talis. You make me feel nice, Tatita. Talis. Right, so you know the person is tall, whoever the person is. That's why I say some nicknames, persons are happy with them when you call them. When you say it, they smile or they laugh. But some that are so negative and outrageous, you don't say it. And a person likes to go about breaking into people's houses. You know what they would call that person? But they can't say it like that person here, you know, because that person would hurt them. So I'm not going to say it neither. They may say bad man in the area, you know, bad man. You don't know who is a bad man. But if you hear the term bad man, you say, oh, somebody who is going to do wrong things. So you try to secure your place. You lock up your cars when you're out. You lock up your house because you hear that a bad man is walking up and down in the area. Because the people, they don't know his name, so they call him a bad man. Right? So there are so many guys. So many. People like to, and you know, a lot of times, people like to use curry that they used to curry the chicken or when they're cooking especially. And they will call them curry, Miss Curry, because you always like to cook with curry. Or if you are very fair, you're a very fair complexion person, they will call you Browning, Miss Browning, Mr. Browning. Browning, stop there, I'm talking to you, Browning. You know the person is of a lighter complexion. All these little things are nice, you know. These little things are nice. And in our Caribbean, I don't want to mix the patois Creole, but they look at a child and will call the child Pitney. There's one Pitney gone down the road. They're talking that it's a child. But you know, that's the patois part of it. I don't want to use that. I'm just focused on the nicknames. All right? The nicknames. And you know, it can be nice. Or a person, and you have a reason, you know, for giving these persons these nicknames. You know. For example, somebody who um who goes to the sea and catches fish, and will say, even a sea without the fish, you call him fisherman. Fisherman pass. Fisherman gone. Fisherman is at his house. It doesn't mean that he has a fish with him at that time because he is always selling fish or having to do something with fish. Or if he raises cows or goats or sheep or chickens to get eggs or meat, they tend to call you from what you do. You understand? Like I said, the work you do sometimes dictates. You may not be doing that work, but you look like somebody who does that type of work. So they put it onto you. Right? You may not be a teacher, you know. You may be a nurse. You may not be a teacher or a nurse, and a person give you that name and call you a nurse, or call you a teacher, or call you police, or call you soji. Right? Soji for soldier. People just put on names sometimes according to how you look. And you know, if you're a tall, heavy body, strong looking person, they're going to call you Soji. Because a soldier is ought to be strong. And back home, you not look at a short, slick up, slim person to be a soldier. You'd look at somebody in earlier times, I don't know. You look at somebody who is tall and is strong looking. Because soldiers have to be strong, not weak people. Right? So there are so many, right? So many guys. And I sat here and said, you know something, on a Thursday evening to lighten the moments. We could look at nicknames, why some people are called nicknames. But the one that interests me was when the the grandparents told the grandson to catch the fire and blow it so that it could heat up. And he was doing going pop up, pop up, pop up, joke. I don't know if he wanted to make a joke. And because he did it, it stuck with him right through his life. And whenever anybody said pop up, he would laugh. He remember why he got the name pop up. And some people say peep peep, peep peep. But he said pop up, pop up. That could not catch the fire to blaze. It could only do nothing. So they had to tell him to go like this. And he did that. Then he saw the fire lit. you know. But that's how it is. Maybe I think he was humoring it. He was humoring it. But because they humored it and it was funny, it stuck. Yeah, they call you shorty. And if you're a little bit, you're a little slim person, they call you tiny. Tiny, Miss Tiny. Well, they mainly call the girls or the ladies tiny. They don't really call the men tiny. They will call the men them little man. When if you end up, you have some short people and they're slim. They call the woman tiny, but they will call the man little man. And even I remember in my years teaching too, there was this little boy growing up, and because when he was born, he was so small, like a 7 month, and he grew so short. When he was 12, he was not even good. Maybe he was about 3 feet high. And they call him little man. And, when he got so big now, and I looked at it some time ago, I said, I cannot say that name anymore. And he just laughed. Yes, would yes. And you know what that means too, I was saying? Because some of them have that one to flashing around in face. Catch up the wood fire. yes, right. It is really, really fun. Funny. Because you know what those things do? It relaxes you when somebody appreciates it. Right? And if somebody is always aggressive and you're speaking to the person and they answer always oh, 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 sound like they're barking. For some people, if you talk to them nicely, they're always sounding like they are barking. They are kind of aggressive. They have that tendency. So here's somebody coming who say, mm-hmm. Here come this one act like a hug. You understand me? So, and because there's this little nice one, Birdie, Miss Birdie. If the person is kind, especially and like to share or like to sing, some little things, sometimes the ones who like to sing, especially the boys, they may say singer boy, or call the person singer, or call him singer man. Anything you like to do. And if you're that beautiful, you know what they will call you? If you're a female, I know Tadita know that, Pretty lady, Miss Pretty. They call it pretty. What is that? Yeah, Tabitha, I'm glad you came on to see this. You're making me laugh, and I know this life is going to go well, because you're making me laugh. Tabitha, where were you? Were you thinking about me? I just said to myself this evening, I need something to make people laugh, People look at and have fun. Because not sometimes you want to just have some nice little thing. Yes, you're a grunt. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. And then you don't know how to approach them. You understand me? I say, you're a grunt. Bigger coming, bigger come, you're a grunt. yes, man. And if you have this one again, I don't know how many persons are yes. I'm looking, okay. You have a man has cows, raising cows as his daily living. And even the man is not with his animals. They call the man cowman. Cowman, Cowman is coming down the road. Cowman, how you do, Mr. Cowman? They call him Cowman. And if he raise goat, they call him goat man. I don't know how people, I remember, somebody was buying goat. They were selling the goats. And they didn't want just a portion of the meat. They want a part, they want the entire body. And the man went and said, I want the whole goat. And everybody that was standing there laughed. It's like it was a joke. And then they come and said, the man who was selling the goat said, what do you want? What do you want? The man said again, I want a whole goat. He was not wrong still, So, you know what they call the man after that? Whole a goat. Whole a goat. Yeah, Coleman in Jamaica. Yes, whole goat. They call him whole goat. Until that man passed away. Everybody, it was still nice. When I say, I miss our whole goat in law. Can I remember? Readily you remember. So people were not upset. I can sell yam. You're coming through this, you always sell yam or banana, whatever. They attach the name to you. So even when you're not with the thing selling, fish man, banana man, yam man, cow man, they put it onto you. The name is attached. It is attached. And it brings knowings because what? People will know you quicker than your real name. So you go into an area now and ask for, a man they call him Cowman. He live up on the hill somewhere in St. Catherine, and the hill named Top Hill. Right away somebody knows who. But you go and ask Tom Donald, who is that man? They don't know because what? That name is not being used. Yeah, me. You see, you Tamita, Tamita. Do you have a channel? I would love for you to have a channel. I would support you. You're making me you're making it so interesting. I would love for you to have a channel, Tamita. I would love for, do you have one? You're making the thing, you're bringing in so much life into it. Yes, they call him Yummy. Yummy. But you see, if you're in the market by just that, selling the yam is still yummy. And you're walking on the road, you're going to church, yummy gone to church. You know me say yummy have the yam at that time. Yummy gone to church, yummy is sleeping, right? And even in the house too, they give a little nickname to those in the house. Wife and husband. No. The wife say, Hosey. You see me Hosey down the road, but only she one can say Hosey. But she know who. Okay. Have you ever thought of having a channel, Tatia? I would encourage you to do one. I would encourage you. Think about it. Think about it. Think seriously. Think you do well. Think about it. Because you see, we have similar things in common. Because there it goes. I just thought of it, and then you're giving so much life to it. And I'm sure after the live, persons are going to be enthused with it. And if you had a channel, I could recommend persons to come over to your channel and subscribe. Remember Auntie D saying this, Auntie D don't make no stories around here, right? So think about it, and you can come back to Auntie D and let me know so I can help you promote your channel. And that is how I spread the love, because what? Other people help me. Not a lot, because some people are selfish. They're just for themselves. But I realize that when I share, I get more blessing. And sometimes when the blessings come, I have to look up and say, God, this is you. Because I didn't look this way or to the left. I just say, when I started my channel, let me just take a little deviation from what I was saying. When I started my channel, I started in early December. I have been following on YouTube, just like Tabitha doing, from 2019. And I always like YouTube because you see, after you get accustomed to YouTube, you don't want to bother with the main stations. You know what I'm talking about? Because YouTube brings so many things in life. You want to cook, you want to sing, anything you want to do, you go to YouTube, Google, whatever, right? And that is why I know technology is going to move the world too. It's going to move it. So you're at home, you want to do something religious, you want to sing some church song or reggae song, whatever. You want to, anything you want to do, you want to do something uplifting, there you can have it on YouTube. But some people, they they don't do things sensibly. They just gravitate. Some go into groups here. So I don't go into any group. And 2019 up until just the last month in 2024, I I applied to want to have a channel, but I didn't have a channel. Mm-mm. And I've followed a lot of bloggers, and I comment on their channel too. And then until I decide that I want to, and then a few of them I get to learn how to go about. I didn't know how to do the first move. And then I'm encouraged to go on other people's channel and make a comment like you, Tamita, like what you're doing now. So I can look at it and ask you if you have. Because right then and there, if you had a channel, I could just make a note and go over to your channel and subscribe and watch your videos. Right? So that's how we spread the word, and that is how now you a person we rotate. I get subscribers, you get, and it keeps you. Let me tell you guys, what helped motivated me. I'm not derailing from my topic. I'm just trying to show you what helped motivates me to have a channel. I was always following other channels, and I'm this blogger. I can't say his name, Oliver Unfiltered JA, and he always says the pie is too big. Nobody, we cannot finish. No, we cannot. Means them in you already in YouTube cannot finish it, and I didn't understand. But when I learned to understand, YouTube is bigger than any of us, and it will always be getting bigger. So we cannot stop. I cannot stop you, and you can't stop me. We try to help, and the more you spread, you keep going, and the more you're spreading your wings, you're getting more air to fly, more persons are coming, and understand me. So that is why I'm just saying that I didn't the lessons that I've been learning about YouTube. I didn't have anyone to tell me. I follow and I learn and I listen, and even I tell you, I learned to do gizzada. So many little things, so bake puddings and all that nice, how to do certain things. It's all there. Although some people may, you have to know who you follow, because some people may just put out things, but you follow persons over time and watch them. You don't just get up and just jump. Okay, I want to make nice, tasty cornmeal pudding. I'm not going to look at somebody who just do one thing. I'm going to follow up the person who are baking, or somebody who likes to make juice. I was following another young lady, and she used the Otaiti apple, that's a local apple in Jamaica, and make juice. Now, back when I was home, and I'm going to make juice with the apples, I would add a little water. And this lady, she don't put any water in it. She just cut up the apples alone and blend the apples. Then she add, little softness for it. And I'm telling you, I said, pure, and the apples are big and juicy. You're looking at it, but that's what she says. But to me, I find it difficult at a point to say, how can you blend to get apple juice? Is it so much juice? But maybe the place where the apples are grown, the apples are not dry. For some places, apples are kind of dry, Maybe they are juicy. So she juiced them. And then you can put it in the blender. If you put it in the blender, you'll have to add water. If you put it in a juicer, you will extract. And when she put out that juice, it was pretty pink, unsweetened. She didn't use any sugar. And I said, I'm going to get a little juicer. And I'm going to, I don't have I love the Jamaica apple, and put some fruits in it and get the natural juice, not just the blender you have to add water, but the juicer extracts the juice. And I'm telling you, it is wonderful. So many times, yes, that's what I would suggest to you. Whenever you're going to do it, I'm telling you, I don't know where you're at, but whatever motivates you, you move on. I follow some people who go out to sea in the ocean, way out, 10 miles out, and they catch some big, pretty fish. And when they are going out, you cannot see any land. And they will tell you it's 10 miles, You don't see it. But some big, pretty fish, I have to say, wow, those fish, you don't get them in the market. So I will imagine those fish that they caught, they take them to some hotels or to some big, fabulous restaurant. They don't go to any little restaurant. Those fish are very nice and big and expensive. Right? So the little ones that get closer to the shore, I think those are the ones we get to buy. So sad. Because maybe the price and the size that they will get the bigger ones from, we will be able to pay that. Or maybe they are on a contract to go that far to get those fish from way out in the ocean. Some fish don't come closer to shore, you know. I mean, closer to land. They are way out there. They are so big. They don't bother with the little near land, near shore thing. Yeah, man, Jamaica apples are the best. You get some good Jamaica apples and wash them clean, nice, and put them aside. I'm not, you can't put them in the fridge, but when you're ready to eat them, you try to take them out before because it will cramp your teeth. And you just sit down and eat. And you know what I like too? Star apples. You know, Jamaica have some luscious fruits, you know. Now you're making my mouth watering, right? So that's how it goes. You know, so some people just show juice, some show different things, some show, you know, a variety, and then you can't be at one thing all the while. People will get bored, and then they're gone someplace. But when I love fish, I will have fish 7 days a week. I see some pretty fish. You see, pretty fish. I think what? Oh, I don't eat crab and lobster, but I see them catch some big crabs and some big lobster. I say, whoa! And they put the fish pot way out and they get nice fish. But you know, when I look at it, it's risky, you know, to be out so far in the ocean and anything the breeze blow. Oftentimes, where the breeze, the wind drift them away at sea, or they are lost at sea. Sometimes they never return. They get discouraged and all of that, and they're just gone. And sometimes they end up in another person's country and all those things, you know. So a fisherman's job is a risky job. It's a risky job because you're 10, 15 miles out at sea. When I go to the sea to bathe, I am not even 100 meters out. No, no. I'm about 10 meters, if it's so far. I don't go so far, about 10 meters. I'm not going 100 meters out in the water because it's not safe. If you make a fall, there's nothing to hold on to. You cannot hold on to the water. I can't swim and I can't dive, so I'm going to go under. And I will have to try. You know, and sometimes the current is strong, it pulls you. So one has to be cautious. So as I was saying, back to the nicknames thing now. So these nicknames can be fun, but it's all up to the culture and, you know, your location. Because I couldn't be in the United States and call persons fatty or slimmy, slim thing. I can't do those things. Or the person have big eyes, I can call them eye or bulging. I'll be, you know, it's a type of what you'd say now. It's a type of emotional stress. And they probably would take me to the court. So I couldn't do those things. Right? I couldn't do that. And some people, you know, your complexion is very, very dark. And you know what they will call that person. I don't even have to say it right here. Right? Okay, I can say it. They're very, very dark. They call you. There's a Blackie. Mr. Blackie, Miss Blackie. And if you're white, they will call them Miss White, Miss whatever, Whitey. Right? They call their names. Browning. And again too, if you're pretty here, you don't necessarily have to be an Indian, but your hair is pretty. Pretty and long and you know, may look like an Indian or so. They will call you Indian. You understand me? It doesn't necessarily mean that you're an Indian, you know. You hear me have a little look. And they will call you Indian. Oh, the Indian up the road, the Indian down, the Indian lady, Indian. You understand me? They call them. They call their names. They've attached names to you. And when you accept it, it normally stays for life. Even when you're gone past this earth, somebody remembers that, oh, you did have one man did the road, they call him Indian. He's alive? One say, no, he passed on. Bulby, yes. Right. You see, you Tamita. You know what is Tatla. Tatla. Tatla, you know that I think you're from my side of the world, you know. Bulby. Bulby. You know, you have, you know, some things, you don't see it. When I was growing up, you know, you would see people with big eyes, like the eyes so big. When you go into school and they trouble us, you know, you tell them about them big eye. Move your big eye from here. You know, we tell them that. Don't look palm with your big eye or your big nose. No, they call, as I said that, no, they will call, if you have a big nose, they call your nose. Right? And if your hair is big, then we call it ears. I know personally call them ears. You see names I tell you, people accept them. When they call the young auntie, you know they call her ears, Miss Ears. But she's a big woman. And she said every time she hears the name, she remember why they call her ears. 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 And they call the eye bulby. And if your nose big, some people nose big, you know. Some spread out big. They call them nose. And your mouth big. Some people have some big lip. Cause so people normally accepts them, and it brings a togetherness. It brings a togetherness, and you have children too in the community, and the parents. So most times the parents them start this nickname thing. They call the son. He's a son of the parents. They call him Sonny, and him grew to being called Sonny, Mr. Sonny. Can you imagine Mr. Sonny? Sonny. They call the girl daughter. Just like that. Miss Daughter. Even when the person is big and the parents then pass on alive and gone, they call her, she's older now, Miss Daughter. When she young, they call her daughter. Daughter gone down the road, Daughter gone to shop. Daughter is gone to school. Daughter is sleeping. Sonny gone with his father to the bush. Sonny gone to help his mother in the market. Those little names. Those names are pleasant. Pleasant names. I like them. Funnel. I say you must go and do a channel. Funnel nose. I never made it part funnel nose. Yes. I said nose. What it was, I was trying to remember. Right? There's some of these little names, we use them at school. We use them. Some of the names I start at school too, at school, and it's in the community too. Funnel nose means say your nose big, and and then the nostrils here, But then I say your nose big like funnel no gate. Funnel nose. Funnel nose. That it look like I'm the only person enjoying this thing, Honestly. I'm not, I hope I'm not, but I know persons are going to go back to it. Right? Persons are going to go back to it. I do hope because we have maybe another few minutes more. Funnel nose. So right then and there, somebody knows what type of nose that person have. Why they call them funnel nose. Right? And there's a man too who liked to wear, that I never wearing big pants. Big pants. Right? The pants are big and heavy and so much material is made to make the pants. They call them big pants. Where's Mr. Big Pants? Mr. Big Pants is sleeping. But when you're a child, they will not put on the big on it. They will just say big pants, big pants. They just say big pants. But when you become an adult, they say Mr. Big Pants. So they give you the title, Mr. Big Pants. Right? So, whatever, if you sell something, whatever it is that you're doing, people would look at it and just attach a name. And I think people are moving away from it now. I think so. When I say that, the interaction with people now, to me, at that level is kind of getting less and less. I think persons are attached more now to devices. So they are not there. So if you even, and again, too, in the early times, the people were more sociable. They didn't have so much things now like what you have. So many platforms now you can go to. You have Facebook, YouTube, your Twitter, you name all of them that you can go to. That it's impossible, to go through all of these platforms in one day. It's unless you're not really looking for anything, you're just browsing. And to me, because of that type of interaction being lessened, yeah man, Uncle Big Pants. Yeah man, Uncle Big Pants. Tell me that it's still the show this evening, man. Uncle Big Pan. And the thing is, these names are accepted like it's their real name from birth. That is on their birth paper. It's an acceptable thing. It's accepted. Even though I see when persons do things against the law, back in Jamaica, I'm speaking now, you find that they will say, I don't like the names that they would have. It's not like the names that we would talk about. No, they suppose a person would like to use the popo. They have some name to put on to those persons, so readily what, and then those persons are kind of attached to different gangs, like it lead to gangs. So as we are not in any gang business, I'm not going to go in the gang part. I'm going to stay right where we are in the open, where we can talk about it freely. But those people in gangs, they have names. They give them say, okay. Oftentimes when they are in collision with the law for enforcers, you will see they put up AKA and they put whatever. They put the person name and they put AKA and put a name that they will call that person. Because they sometimes don't want anybody to know their real name. Right? Yeah, man, they call them Uncle Big Pants. Uncle Big Pants. And Uncle Big Pants feel good. They say, yes, man, Uncle Big Pants is here. How you doing? And as I said, it helps to bring a togetherness because there is no bitterness and people feel like one, right? People feel like one. So they just have fun. And sometimes the name it's for some reason, okay, the name is attached for a particular reason. It must be something that they have seen on you, right? And it just stick. And you see, once you accept it, it goes. But when they don't accept it, no, you find that it doesn't go anywhere. And just remember, no, a person who would go around and cut people's yard in early times. I know before we had the walker that they used to hold and cut the grass or the lawnmower, they use a machete. Sharp the machete and use a machete to cut the grass. So you know what they'll call that person? Cutter. Cutter is here to cut the yard. No, no, I'm not upset with you. No, persons are on YouTube. That's why I said to I have come to learn a lot. You have 80-year-old. I just retired now. And I said I want to do something where I can interact. So I'm not very old, but I'm not upset. That's a decent question. I'm not upset. I recently retired and I'm accustomed to talking. And I was a teacher. I'm accustomed to talking. And this type of talking now, I like it. And I always have good rapport in my class. So maybe that is why I was on YouTube for so long, following others and learning, not knowing that I would one day become a YouTuber, right? I would do some blogging. And what I like about it, that's why I'm telling you to, time. Yeah. So that's why I'm saying to you too. I didn't know that I would be doing this. I am not. I was somebody who didn't talk much. Teaching pulls me out. I was somebody who was very, very reserved, very quiet. I'll be here with you all day and say just about a few words, but nothing to say that I'm upset. But having gone into teaching, I was saying to myself, can I really manage it before I started? Before I went to college, and I said, can I really? No, it's not a distraction. I'm just telling you something that can help you too. Because you see, when you retire, you can't just lock yourself away. Else you're going to become what? You're going to develop dementia. You have to be active. That is why some people retire from their regular jobs. They go and do something else to keep their minds occupied. You have to always. And back to the question you asked, I've seen persons advertise their 80s, in their 80s, because they need to talk. You don't have to. I'm in the house now. And there are times I will go outside, but because it was winter and cold when I started, I have to be confined. When the spring is going to be good now and the summer is going to be beautiful, I'll be doing a lot of more outdoors, right? So it's not a bad question. You're not the disrespectful. I appreciate you saying that because I didn't even ask you your permission, but I looked at how you ask questions and how you contribute. And I said, I don't because I'm trained, I utilize it. I said, could I ask her if she has a channel? Because I would go over to her channel and look, just like how you can look at my videos. And if I like them, I will subscribe based on what I see you put out or you respond. And you know, as I said, think about it. I am not into channels where people do outrageous things. But there are times, you know, you have to mix and flavorful and all of that. And I enjoy doing live. And it helps, it helps it helps the interaction because I'm not able to see the person, but you see me, right? And I learn by reading what you write, and I also learn by putting some of what I read into practice. And it helps communication to flow. You have some person who come on and say, I remember when I just started, somebody had said, um, look, she's black. I felt so bad. But then I say, what can I do? I cannot paint myself. And I try to deal with it nicely. And I was faced with that on and on. And at one point, I felt a little annoyed. But I said, I'm here for a purpose. I'm not going to let anybody discourage me. And I keep going until that comments up. And I do have a lot of persons who are subscribers who are not my complexion. Some people, persons will call and come talk about the schoolwork, whether they are genuine or not. On my end, I don't know who is being genuine or not genuine. So my job that I tell myself, whatever the person requests, if I can assist, I will give my assistance. But if the person is lying, suppose the person is says he's a 10-year-old and he got something to do at school, which happens on my channel, and how to do this problem, I will break from what I'm saying and try to give some assistance. Some may call and they're unhappy, they want to end their, you know, whatever. And I try to encourage them, you know, but I don't force people and I don't know where they are, who they really are, if what they say is really that they're going through, you know. So I treat the live, I'm telling you, I don't know how I get on to you like this. I treat the live like we're all a family. When I was doing, we have to start with the videos first. YouTube requests, when you reach a certain level, YouTube allows you to do live. I was so afraid to come and do a live. I said, my God, I cannot do the live. And when I reach a certain level of subscribers, they keep reminding me, and I have to force myself. I force until, you know, it's much easier. And I would encourage person to, you can play around on YouTube. When I say play around, go and check and see what you would want to do if you're being interested. But I tell you, it opens your brain because a YouTuber has to do a lot of research, not something that you cannot manage. But when I hear about research, I say, oh my God, I can't manage that. But it's not difficult. The information is all there and you put it out the best. You may research 5 points and you only need to put out 2 or 3. Another time you may do another, you know. And it helps you, the individual, you know, it builds you intelligent because right now, I'm not saying because I was a teacher. Even when I was teaching, if you asked me to do address a gathering, I would probably do it, you know, but a little not so comfortable. Not because I'm a teacher, but because I've been doing so much research. I've produced 160 something videos. When I did the first one, I didn't know I would reach at 100 and plus. And, you know, it's all there. So it helps me, and because it has helped me, if I'm asked to give a few minutes or a little address, if it's even, I would not want anybody to tell me this to do it at this very moment, and I'm unprepared. But because of the variety of information that I've gone through and looked at, I'm able to share. But at the same time, I encourage persons to go and find out for themselves. Because what I say isn't necessary, has to be so. right? Because people express things differently. Maybe I express things sometimes. I'm talking to people on my live, that teacher thing come out, but I don't even notice it. And I have to check myself because what, I'm not dealing with children. Most of them are adults. So I have to go back and say, it comes out, but I don't know if they recognize it because I try not to talk too much in that regard. Because I don't want anybody to think, oh, there goes another one again. No, I want it to be a personal interaction that they don't even, wonder, what could she be so? Like I've never been anywhere anybody say, are you a nurse? No, I don't know why they never see that in me, but they see everything else to ask me. So I'm not hurt at it, right? And I'm about to go now. I'm hoping to come on back to do another live later. No, you want me to go and do research on menopause. That's what you're telling me no, because there are some things I do know, but I would not come up here and talk things that I'm not, I would have to go and let me tell you, before you put out anything, it's best to do a research. Because before it is produced, put to the public, YouTube has to go through it to make sure. Because you can't put out something that is going to tarnish their name, right? So I will have to do a research on that. But I cannot tell you right now when. But because you said it, I'm going to put it among my list of things to do and make up. Maybe I do it probably one day next week. But I cannot tell you for tomorrow because I'm already filled up, right? But I'm going to do it because you mentioned it. And because you look at my age, right? And my age is not as it, this video makes things look, but it's not as so as you think. I retired just 2 years from Jamaica. Just 2 years, and I won't say any further in that age, right? Because I took an early retirement because I was migrating. And that is it. Okay, Taita, no, I'm going to run, guys. I have to go and cook. Outside is beautiful, and I would want to step out a little later before the time gets dark and inhale some of that cool, nice air. I was outside earlier, and it was nice. Nice, nice. Sometimes when the sun shines, it's cold. But it's not cold now because winter is coming to an end and we're going on to spring. Today is the 20th. We're going on to spring. And spring can be cold too because it can be rainy. So let me wish for you a pleasant afternoon. And I hope to be back somewhere near 8:30. I want to do another hour. I'm not going to drain anybody because I know persons have their things to do. And we are now an hour ahead. So wherever you are, remember to subscribe to my channel. Look at the videos. Feel free, comment on any of them. I will see them come up. No matter how long I made the video, once you make a comment on a video, it comes back up and I will see it. And I will respond. I respond to all my comments. And like the videos then, man. Make a comment. Subscribe to the channel. And make sure you put up that touch the notification with the bell that says all. So that when I put out a video or a link to come on, you'll be the first to get it. So see you around later. Have a wonderful time. And let me say thank you to you guys for being on my live. And thanks also for those who have already subscribed. Have a wonderful afternoon. Bye-bye.